Hey there, everyone. A good and a happy Tuesday afternoon. King 5 meteorologist Adam Claibon here to talk about all the sunshine ahead for the rest of today, which is going to be really nice to see, especially in comparison to what we're going to have to see later on into the week, which will have more systems. Yeah, more rain, but it looks like this time around, as opposed to a lot of the light showers we've been seeing, we have some heavier downpours coming into a few areas, plus some breezy winds as more of that atmospheric river moisture that's been generally farther to our south starts to creep a little farther to the north as we go later on here into the week. So we'll get into that in a bit, but first let's go ahead and enjoy what's happening outside. All that sun that is nice to see out there here as we look live outside. Even here in Seattle, we're seeing a lot of the sun that is currently in place into some of those areas there. Now, let's go ahead and talk about what's going to be going on here closer to the coast, because it's here where we do see some of the higher chances of rain as we head maybe late into the night, early into the day tomorrow. But a lot of it does hold off, just like it does for many of us here across Puget Sound, until we go later on into tomorrow afternoon and really more so tomorrow evening. So that's Westport, and you can see what's happening out in Olympia. Beautiful clear skies with just a few of those high, thin passing clouds that are in place there. So atmospheric river, we've been talking about it. That's out over the Pacific, and it's been generally directed there down to California. But as we go ahead and fast forward this to late tomorrow, heading into more Thursday, you can start to see some of that atmospheric river where you have some of those lighter blues showing up. That is guiding its way up northward here. It's going to be coming in from the south and not really the best oriented, so not a lot of deep moisture really impacting us, but you can see it's still going to be closer than where it has been recently, and we're still going to see that moisture Wednesday night into Thursday afternoon, and then Friday maybe a little bit of that moisture still sticking around before things do quiet down, and a lot of it does head farther to the south again. So that will mean, just to kind of segue to this a little bit, Seahawks, 49ers out at Santa Clara. We're expecting it to be wet heading into Saturday. If you have any friends heading down there, or if you're heading down there yourself, enjoy the game. Hopefully we'll get a big win for the Seahawks, but it is expected like it's going to be wet down that way. Now, here it is. Back yesterday, we saw highs back into the mid-50s, not too far off of that daily record high of 60 degrees, and that's something we've been really noticing a lot with our moisture here recently, is that it has been coming along with a pretty mild air mass, because normally highs are in the upper 40s. For the rest of today, we'll see highs make their way around the low to mid 50s, a lot of clear skies. Again, some chances of rain, but it's going to be late after midnight, and that will come in as we head into early tomorrow morning. Now, looking at the radar currently here, the last few hours as we go late into the morning throughout the afternoon, a lot of clear skies ahead. Now, you do see the moisture farther to the south, and some of that is going to try to sneak northward as we go deep into the night. A lot more of it down into California, though, down into Oregon. And that system right behind that, that's going to be the one really responsible for really helping to transport a lot of that deep moisture from the atmospheric river up to our parts here as we go on into tomorrow night and into Thursday. For today, skies clear. Tonight, here we are at midnight, you can start to see a few of those spotty showers trying to pop up, and yeah, a few of them possible by early tomorrow morning, but a lot of them break down quickly. Then we're heading into tomorrow afternoon, 1 o'clock. Skies maybe even breaking to a certain degree, but just seeing things fairly quiet. But there's that moisture just off of the coast that's going to be heading its way in, and it looks like those spots there along the coast and over the Olympic Peninsula are going to be the key spots to really pick up on some of the heaviest rain as we head on into this upcoming event with this storm. So by 10 p.m. Wednesday night, you can see that starting to take over. Lower snow levels initially getting up around 6,000 to 7,000 feet, though, as we head on into Thursday afternoon, as those snow levels start to really climb. So you can see all the white showing up over the Olympic Mountains. Those will begin to shrink as the warmer air takes over, and then some more deep moisture helping to bring in a lot of that heavier rain, indicating by some of the yellows and the oranges you're seeing showing up there across areas of the Olympic Peninsula kind of just keep coming over into those parts, while areas here farther to the east around Puget Sound and farther interior won't be seeing quite as much of the rain as we head on into that Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday time frame. Now, here we go. Let's talk about the amounts, because we do see all the way at least through early Thursday morning, the highest amounts over areas there over the Olympic Peninsula, South Coast, and then really too, I would say those areas around the Olympic Mountains. Keep an eye out, because we're going to hit a lot of heavy rain there, and we could see some possible flooding because of that, especially in some of our more usual areas in those spots. Now, the farther east you go, here around Puget Sound, heading up to the Cascades, could be some spotty river flooding to go along with that, but again, it does really depend on where exactly we see some of the heavier showers as of right now, most of that will stay off to the west over the Olympic Peninsula, and especially as you get with the elevation of the winds and really the moisture as that gets picked up a little more by the Olympics. That will help to really wring out a lot more moisture and rainfall there. For today, upper 40s and generally low 50s though for a lot of our locations. Discovery Bay up to about 49 degrees for a high. Seattle will top off at 53, 55 heading into Redmond, 52 in North Bend, and a lot of low 50s and mid 50s farther south to around Shelton and Tacoma. Auburn up to 55. Enumclaw hitting 52 degrees. Forecast here for tonight. Keep an eye out for those late spotty showers. Otherwise, we're going to keep things relatively quiet and dry, especially once we head on into the middle part of Wednesday. But it's late Wednesday evening, Wednesday night that we see those next chances of rain starting to come back, and that's going to make for a really rainy and breezy time too as we head into Thursday and Friday. I expect some of those gusts to get up closer to maybe 30 to 40 miles per hour. Again, we'll keep an eye out for some spotty areas of power outages. Maybe some of what we saw again just about a day or so ago with some of the very isolated down trees or limbs or maybe even branches to go along with that here into the weekend. Of course, the Seahawks not here. They're going to be down in Santa Clara on Saturday, but the game should be just as wet, if not even wetter there than what we're expecting up into these parts here into the Pacific Northwest. So we got another beautiful, really nice day here this afternoon, Tuesday, so try to get out there and enjoy the sunshine while you can and make sure to prepare for some of the rain that's going to be here later into the week, especially if you have any outdoor chores or plans that you're needing to take care of as we head into Thursday and Friday. Take care. Have a terrific Tuesday. We'll talk to you later.
For more local news coverage, live and on demand, watch King 5 Plus. Download free on Roku and Fire TV.